Well, hi guys, good morning and welcome back. So today I'm going to walk you through my full morning and night routine. My skincare routine is not intricate, it's not a lot of steps, it's not expensive. I think this is the perfect routine to follow if you're a beginner looking for a simple skincare routine. So first thing in the morning, what I do is tone my skin. You do not have to wash your face twice a day unless you're super oily. So I wake up and first thing I do is tone. I love this. Ooh, let me show you the bottle. Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner with hyaluronic acid. Put it on a cotton ball and I do my entire face and neck. This really just helps to remove any of the dirt and grime from when I'm sleeping. It just leaves my skin feeling so fresh and soft and ready to put on my actives. Actives are the things that you want to go on clean, dry skin. That's your vitamin C serum, that's your retinoid. So this is my first step in the morning to prep my skin for the next active, which is going to be vitamin C serum. Okay, we just toned our skin and then I just went to the fridge and got out my vitamin C serum. I'm trying a new one today for the first time. This is timeless. It's 20% L-ascorbic acid, which is the good stuff, the gold standard of vitamin C, in my opinion, and my dermatologist's opinion, plus vitamin E and ferulic acid. So same ingredients as the SkinCeuticals CE ferulic, but this is $19 compared to SkinCeuticals $166. So many people have raved about this vitamin C serum to me, so I am so excited to try it out for the first time. Nice sturdy glass bottle. We keep it in the fridge so it oxidizes less quickly, kind of squirts out a little bit. Let's apply a little. Sorry, I got this big old cystic pimple right here. No smell, it spreads really nicely. You only need about 3 to 5 drops of vitamin C serum for your entire face. A lot of people use way too much. You do not need that much. I usually do about 3 to 4 pumps on my face. Ooh, this really squirts out. 3 to 5 pumps on my face and then about 2 pumps cover my entire neck. And then I wait about 3 minutes for this to fully absorb and then we're gonna move on. Let's move on to step number 3, that is eye cream. This is my favorite of all time. I have reviewed over 50 eye creams, maybe even more, ranging from $10 to $300. And this is my favorite. It's the Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Gel Cream. I have very sensitive skin and skin allergies. I'm actually getting a patch test next week from a dermatologist for my skin allergies. This is one of the only eye creams that does not burn me, sting me, irritate me. Always keep your eye creams in the fridge. It's excellent. I believe it's about $19. So with our eye cream, we do alternate dabs and smudges. Is eye cream totally necessary? Absolutely not, but I love the way it feels. Ice cold from the fridge. And this is very affordable. The tube lasts forever. I just think you can't beat this Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Gel Cream. I love it. Moisturizer. Also, my moisturizers are very affordable. My daytime is a lotion, the Vanacream lotion. Lotion is just a little bit lighter than a moisturizer, so at night, I use the Vanacream moisturizing cream. It's thick, it's amazingly delicious on top of retinoid, but during the day, I want a little bit of a lighter feel, so I use this Vanacream with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. And again, anybody that has skin allergies, you cannot get more gentle than Vanacream. It is every dermatologist's pick. And then I do little dabs like that. And remember, everything you do to your face, you're gonna do to your neck. I'm gonna kind of go around where the eye cream is. That's already doing its job. And then I'm just gonna wait about a minute, let this kind of settle. And then our 5th and final step is our SPF. So if you're not using eye cream, it's an easy 4-step routine. And if you wanna add an eye cream, it's an easy 5-step routine, and that's it. I love trying out SPFs. I try out so many for you guys. My favorite really that's non-tinted is this Murad Correct and Protect SPF 45. I just did a live with my friend Dr. Jillian, who is a skincare SPF expert, and he said this also looks amazing on all skin tones, which I love. I've also been really liking this Rose Ink Mineral Serum, although I'm really having trouble getting it out of this tube. Can't really get much out at a time, but it's really nice when I can get it out. So 2 finger lengths of sunscreen is what you want. If you can get it out of the tube, oh, come on, baby. You can see it's just a very nice glow. Once I rub it in, you won't see any white cast. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just, can you see it's just kind of like a beautiful glow. My face is much lighter than my body, but I reapply every few hours. You're supposed to do every 2 hours. I don't know if anybody really does that. I reapply maybe every 3 or 4. That is my full morning routine. So I'm gonna go do some work, go about my day, and I will see you tonight for our nighttime routine. All right, welcome back. It is time for our night routine. So I'm gonna double cleanse tonight because I have about 8 layers of mineral sunscreen on my face. Double cleansing is something that I don't normally do unless I'm wearing makeup, but because of the amount of sunscreen I have caked on my face, we're gonna do it. So it's starting with an oil-based cleanser on dry skin, followed by a water-based cleanser, which is really, think of it as you're starting with just a cleansing balm, and then we're gonna take it off with some lukewarm water on a little cloth I have, and then we're just gonna wash our face, double cleanse. I have these great little cotton pads. Now I'm just going to wash my face. This is my favorite cleanser of all time. Again, it's Vanacream, great for people like me who have really sensitive skin or skin allergies. Kind of do just a nice pump. It's so gentle. I just love this cleanser. Sometimes I even mix my Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant, which is this awesome powdered physical exfoliant. I will mix a little bit of that into a pump of this, and it just serves as like such a beautiful little physical exfoliant in the morning. I'll do that about 2 mornings a week. Okay, then we pat dry. So my night routine changes a little bit. Sometimes I cleanse, I tone, I do my eye cream, my retinoid, and my moisturizer, those 5 steps. Other times I cleanse, I do my chemical exfoliant, I wait about an hour and then I do moisturizer, or I wait about an hour and then I do a thin layer of retinoid and then moisturizer. A big misconception is that you can't use chemical exfoliants and retinoids in the same night, but you absolutely can if your skin tolerates it. I've done a ton of videos on this with my dermatologist, done a ton of lives with other dermatologists as well. This is fine to do if you can tolerate it. It's just important to wait at least 30 minutes after using a chemical exfoliant before you do another active on top. Otherwise, you might burn, you might get irritated. Just wait 30 minutes after using one if you're going to use your retinoid after. So tonight I'm going to use one of my chemical exfoliant peel pads. I love these. A cheaper dupe for these Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads are the Strivectin Daily Reveal exfoliating pads. Take pad 1 out, open it up, and then you just use it all over your face until the pad is dry. Face and neck and backs of hands. I do not neglect any of that. These are the extra strength pads. I gotta say, I think I like the gentle pads better, but I wanted to try these. A lot of people write to me and say, you know, I've been using retinoid for a year, but my skin doesn't have that nice glow to it. And I say, you gotta start using a chemical exfoliant. Chemical exfoliants and retinoids in your nighttime skincare routine, and vitamin C and SPF in your morning, it's just like the magic 4. This pad is pretty dry. We're done with it. We're gonna wait 2 minutes, use pad 2. Just all over our face, back and neck. This is like the neutralizer. Chemical exfoliants, depending on what you use, they usually say that they're gentle enough for everyday use, but I recommend only using chemical exfoliants 2 to 3 nights a week. I just don't think you need them every day. Retinoid, however, if you can really work yourself up to using them 5 nights a week, that's great. And again, if you can't use your retinoid and chemical exfoliant in the same routine, just alternate them. You can alternate nights, or you can move your chemical exfoliant to the morning and just make sure you're using SPF and being really good with sun protection. That's what my dermatologist does. Her routine is she uses her chemical exfoliant in the morning and her retinoid at night because her skin can't tolerate it otherwise. Me, my skin can tolerate a chemical exfoliant and a retinoid in the same routine as long as they're spaced out. I'm gonna let these acids work their magic and I'll see you in about an hour. Okay, so welcome back. It's been about an hour and a half. I just went and got a tiny little dollop of eye cream, ice cold from the fridge. Remember, fridge is an instant depuffer. Eye cream, eye masks, it should all be in the fridge. And vitamin C serum I recommend keeping in the fridge, of course. Now I'm gonna do my retinoid, but first I always like to do a little Aquaphor barrier around the areas that I'm sensitive. If you experience retinoid sensitivity, I get it around my nose, and I always protect my microbladed eyebrows. Just building a little Aquaphor barrier can be so helpful. This is a trick that I learned many moons ago from my dermatologist, and it is so helpful. The trick to applying retinoid, I've taught this to you before in a ton of videos. We take a little less than a pea-sized amount. That is it. That is all you need for your entire face. But if you put this just on one area, you're not gonna have enough to spread it all over. So I do these little dots all over my face like this. And this is how I ensure an even application of the retinoid. And then just massage it in. There we go, staying away from our sensitive areas. And there we go. If you're sensitive, you can go ahead and put your moisturizer right on top. I again recommend a very gentle moisturizer on top of your active, like Vanicream. This is my favorite. A lot of dermatologists love and recommend this one on top of retinoid. If you're new to retinoid or just starting out, you should try the sandwich method. That's a thin layer of moisturizer followed by a half pea size amount of retinoid, then more moisturizer, and only about 2 to 3 nights a week. Try that. And then as you acclimate, you can decrease your amount of moisturizer, increase to a full pea-sized amount, increase the amount of nights you're using it. I talk about that in another video, but just a quick reminder. I've been acclimated to retinoid for many years, so it doesn't really affect me anymore like it would if I were a beginner. Moisturizer on top of your retinoid is just for irritation. If you don't get irritated, you don't need moisturizer. What I do usually is do up until this step, I'll do my retinoid, and then, I go hang out on the couch, I watch TV, and then right before bed, I'll do moisturizer. If you can tolerate it, it would be great to wait at least 20 minutes to let this absorb and then do your moisturizer on top. But if you can't, put the moisturizer right on top. That's okay too. But sometimes I do moisturizer, sometimes I don't. My skin is totally fine with the Retinoid. But tonight I'm gonna do a little moisturizer. So I'll do a little of my Vanicream. This much. Massage it in. I'm also going to do retinoid and moisturizer on my neck. The biggest skincare tip is always every single thing that you do to your face, you should start doing to your neck and the backs of your hands. That includes vitamin C, retinoid, your chemical exfoliant. Don't neglect the neck and the chest. Don't neglect your hands. And that's it. That's my full night routine. My morning routine was 5 steps. My night routine is 5 steps. The hardest thing I think when you're first starting out is what order do the products go in and what products are right for me. But once you figure out those 2 things, I think your morning and night routine can be very simple, very quick, very manageable. So I hope that helped you guys. And let me know if you have any questions. I am always here to answer them. And yes, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.